Welcome back. I'm Tommy, the Angry Craftsman. It's been a hot minute since we've been able to sit down and actually do a video. Prepping for Christmas has been a little time consuming, as well as other custom gifts and stuff that we make. But I did want to take a couple minutes and talk about effective and correct communication, especially when it comes to asking questions on social media, especially some of the Facebook groups. You know, you have a few of us out there that try our best to help you. And pass along our knowledge and information. But what we need in return is specific things from you so we can help. This may piss a few people off, but oh well. Doesn't bother me one bit. However, so let's talk about effective communication and posting your questions on Facebook. First of all, myself and I know Robert has asked before and posted, hey, we need a few things before we can really help you. So here it goes. We're doing a video on that. First of all, I need to know what machine you've got. If you just post, hey, how do I do this? Or what settings do I use? Well, you know, I can't really help you. I can't give you guidance other than tell you the same thing my wife and I both tell everybody is run a damn test card. So if you've got a 51130, tell us you have a 51130 or 63 or 35, 3580 versus 35100. If it's a 24, if it's a Bolt, an Odin, we need to know what machine you have so that we can understand the settings that you're trying to use. Then that brings into, what settings. Okay, well, what settings were you using? So show us a screenshot. We'll have a little snippet in here somewhere around this area that shows what we're looking for, what part of Lightburn in the settings that we need to see. That way we can make sure that your lines per inch isn't wonky, or your power and speed and min and max and all of that stuff isn't wonky and screwed up. Tell us what.
All right, when you have a question for the Facebook masses or you have a tech support question, be prepared with photos, especially if it's something that could possibly be related to your layers and your settings. You have pictures of your Lightburn screen that clearly show your settings. If you want to talk specifically about a certain layer, make sure that that layer is selected so that everybody can see these other details down here, like your line interval, your min, your max power, because sometimes that's what makes or breaks your project. Everybody needs to see those details to try and help you effectively. Okay, here we go. So um, if you're talking about a specific layer that you are needing help with, double click. So we'll cancel that. We'll close that back out. Double click. That's how you get to see all the nitty gritty details of that layer. Like whether you have crosshatch turned on, making your, regular gantry CO2 laser do things it is not designed to do. Where you've got the angle set at 45. Again, things it's not designed to do. Bidirectional fill. You're good to go there. It's supposed to do that. So sometimes seeing these extra details will help people be able to answer your questions better. Thanks.
Lens you're using. If you're trying to engrave with a 4-inch lens, well, I kind of need to know that. If you're using an HD lens or a 2-inch, so kind of be specific. Hey, I'm using the stock 2-inch, or I'm using the high definition, or American Photonics 1.5-inch lens. You got to tell us so that we can look and help sort you out. Again, images. We want to see what your Lightburn looks like. We want to see what your settings look like, and I want to see what the results are that you tried. Why are you complaining? Or why are you having issues? I shouldn't say complaining. Are you trying to cut something and you're wondering why your kerf is so wide? Are you not cutting through? It's things of that we want to see. We want to see the results. A few of us that have been doing this a while, and the ones of us that do this every day of our life, we have the ideas, we've probably seen it and helped fix it. And if we haven't, then, you know, there's this fancy thing called email. It's called support@thunderlaserusa.com if you're a Thunder Laser owner, US specific. If you own a OhmTech or you own a Boss or you own any of the other brands, I can get you in the right direction. And if your support is there, I know Boss's support, when we had a Boss, seemed to be fairly good. They got back to us, but you know, timeliness may be an option. Other manufacturers don't have tech support, so you're relying on people in the industry. So again, if you're a Thunder owner, there's this great thing called tech support. I highly recommend you email and try them out. The 3 guys that handle it are fantastic and will walk you through everything you need to know. Remember, when you ask a question on social media groups or the Facebook groups, the majority of the people that I have seen are brand new to the laser industry, so they don't really have a clue. They may be brand new to the specific laser manufacturer, so the nuances to the lasers may be lost on them. They or just have no idea, but the human nature in us feels that we need to help you and answer. We've all seen it. You get the comments, well, I don't know the answer, but I'm interested in this. Okay, then, you know, follow along and pay attention. And then some of them are just plain wrong. They don't know what right looks like. And that's some of the issues that I've seen. We've got people out there that I've talked to. We've got people that we know that have lasers. I've seen photos, and their engravings look like crap. But they think they look great. So if you don't know what right looks like, then take the time and learn your machine and learn your settings and learn your material. You know, and you have the ones out there that just feel the need to answer, and they're wrong. And I give you an example. Everybody asks, hey, how do I need to transport my laser from point A to point B? You know, are there tips? Hey, there's this great video, there's this great article on Thunder Laser USA's website and their knowledge base on how to move these. Guess what? Zip tie the gantry, secure it to a trailer, pad the tube, and move it. There should be no issues. We did it. We did it with that machine right there. Don't take the tube out. And anybody that tells you to take the tube out, ignore them because they're wrong. So I give you those examples. And yes, it irritates the shit out of me when people give out the wrong information. We try our damnedest. If we're going to answer a question, that we do it in the best way possible. And some people just don't like our answers, and that's okay. But don't let these people take you down a rabbit hole that you can't recover from. Again, if you have support issues, email support. Those 3 guys are paid to do this. You know, we look at, okay, well, somebody answered it, so obviously they knew what they're talking about because they answered a question. You know, again, I already talked about this. You gotta, it's kind of like watching YouTube videos. Okay. You see all these great content creators, and I'm going to get off on a tangent, so bear with me. You know, all the assholes out there that like to say, you know, make these five things for every craft show. And when you show up to the craft show, you and the 30 other people that do the same shit have the same shit because we watch the same videos. But in reality, they don't know what they're talking about because they're not out there competing. So take it for what it is. Sorry for my tangent. Again, there's a great thing, and I know we've talked about it. There's a search function in the Facebook groups. Use it. Here's the problem. And there's times that myself or my wife, or we know what the problem is. We just can't find the right search words to use. So, great way to post a question. Hey, I'm having this issue. What is it called? So I can search it. That may help. You know, we we'll give you an example. Forever and a day, there's a function on Lightburn that Lois and I call the bubble. Could never remembered what the hell it's called. It's your offset, but I would look at her and say, hey, you just need to bubble that, because we couldn't remember. Well, if you search bubble, what the hell you think's going to come up? So ask that question. Hey, what is this called, or what should I be searching? That could be beneficial. And for those that ask the questions, especially those, oh, urgent help, I've got to get something out in 2 hours, and then you ghost everybody. That's just rude. At least say thank you. We have a full-time business. Yes, the lasers are shut off right now, so I can sit here and talk to the damn camera and piss people off. My CNC is running. I still have probably 40 damn projects that need to get done. But sometimes we'll stop and take the time to answer a question because we know it's important to people and they may be struggling. So if you ask a question, and for the love of God, don't take 5 days to come back with, oh, thanks. Not that I'm going to lose sleep over your problem. You may, but I won't. So again, we talked about using support. And I'm going to give you this example, and I'm hoping I can figure out this whole technology shit and I can throw in the images of what I'm going to talk about. But the other day we were running an urn box. Solid cherry. We made it here to the specific requirements that the person needed to fit the urn. All done, threw it in the laser and ran. And then there was a separation or something went funky with the laser. The squirrel's head was shifted, or what looked like shifted, or it repeated lines. We weren't quite sure. Okay, no problem. First time's on us. We went through, cleared the controller. We know that we use send and then start from the laser, because that looked like a problem if you try to start from Lightburn on the Thunders. No problem. Took a few hours, sanded it back off. Round 2, here we go again. And then all of a sudden there were other lines scattered through it. And of course, we're getting pissed. It's a $150 project. And this is round 2 of trying to engrave it, and shit goes wrong. And shit even goes wrong for us. Okay, no problem. So I take my photos and I send an email, because you know what? I'm not going to get on Facebook and ask the question, because I know nobody's going to be able to answer the damn question. So I send it to Thunder Laser Tech Support with thoughts. What am I missing? And I laid everything out that I had done. We checked the file. We ran it on a different machine, so we knew the file was fine. I checked the alignment. I checked the head assembly to make sure it wasn't loose. The belts, the pulleys, we checked everything. Okay, anything that would have caused this shift, we put our hands on it. Nothing's wrong. Everything's clean. Everything's good to go. So I email support. Hey, what's up with this? And I spelled it all out. Well, we use a Mac, and that it's connected to Ethernet, and all these other things that we potentially could have gone wrong. And their response was, okay, try this, and sent me the article. Hey, no problem. So we re-cleared the controller. There was nothing in it. And then we had to reformat our memory. Well, I wouldn't have thought of that, because I've never had to do that. Third time around, image come out great. So again, use the people that are paid to help you. Send the ticket in, even if you don't think it's worth a damn. Send photos. Send okay, I got this. This is my result. Don't be afraid to use them. So again, when you're trying to get help on Facebook specifically, or even asking questions to us in YouTube, if you got something that you want a little bit more detail, then maybe I need a photo. I don't know how the hell you do that, but sure, if it can be done, find us on our Facebook group, ask us a question in one of the ones that we're in. You know, more than happy to pass along our information. Knowledge is power, and I don't have to hoard the knowledge or the power. Lois as well doesn't hoard the knowledge or power. We truly try to help. But remember, not all suggestions or not all help is really going to be help. So be very careful about that. I hope you took something away from this. If I pissed you off, so be it. I don't really give a shit. And, you know, like everybody says, you know, like and subscribe. I don't care. If you want to, go right ahead. I don't care about the monetization. I don't care about any of that shit. So, but if you want to, you know, if you liked what you see, give it a thumbs up, a like, you know, what have you. Other than that, I hope y'all have a great day.